Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from VerityLux. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam alaikum. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Cheston Yakshimash. Howdy, y'all. So I hope you are very well today and enjoying whatever you're doing. So I've got a bit of a special video here for you today because this is an item that you haven't seen for quite a while. It was given to me earlier in the year. And then after I'd done, or last year I think it was, but after I'd done my demos on it, I then gave it to a friend. So if you remember, we had VerityLux. So I haven't seen it for absolutely ages, and you guys haven't seen it for eons as well. So we wanted to do an update of how the shark is going on 8 or 9 months later. So we've got baby shark, 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 baby shark, 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 shark. Hey, VerityLux. How are you?
Very well, you?
We haven't seen you for absolutely ages.
I know, it's been too long.
And you have brought something along with you.
I have, I brought this shark back.
So this is the Shark Flex with the duo head.
Yep.
And you've had it now for, well, coming on 8 or 9 months?
Yes.
And it's still working.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
I mean,
I love it.
I didn't think it would last that long, to be honest.
It's literally my everyday Hoover.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, though, you actually do look after it.
Yes.
And you have a VerityLux as a Hetty. So you use Hetty to help clean out the filter and the box and whatever. And looking at the first glance,
there is
it's
a few
still
scratches,
but it's still looking really, really good.
Yep.
I mean, I can see
you
that
can
it's
open it all up if you want to have a look.
It still looks really good.
I wash that regularly as well.
Right, I think we're going to have to bring the camera a little bit closer and we can take a little bit of a look at it. So I've come this side of the camera and I'm holding it, and VerityLux is on the other side.
Yeah. And
so I thought I'd bring you up closer, handheld, so we could see the shark up really, really close. And the brushes on the side, they are still in really good condition. A couple of marks on it, but that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's just general use.
Sort of scratches here and things, which I don't know if that's. I don't remember doing them, but it makes
but that's just everyday. Yeah, it is just wear and tear, everyday use.
I mean, I use it, like I say, an awful lot because it's so light for me, and it just is so easy. I just love it.
The place that the thing that normally goes on this quite a lot is the hose, but I can see that is in perfect condition. Mm-hmm. No damage there at all on it, no fraying or anything.
Yeah, it's still just. Hold on, let me. Come on, do play it for me now. But yeah, it just goes straight up.
And how do you find the using it with that flex thing? Do you find that really good for going under the bed?
It goes under the bed, it goes under the dining table, or anything like that.
Does it fit under your new bed?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Well, the new bed actually doesn't have an underneath area, so it just goes really well by that. But that's where these then come into play with the side brushes. Yeah. But yeah, it's all absolutely. I love it.
If I pull this, if you lift it off, so we'll take a look at the head.
And this is really handy for me as well because if I'm trying to, obviously I can put a different attachment on. And
which you still have there, the attachment.
Yeah, I've got all the two. It only has the only downside to it.
Yeah.
And I love it, guys, but there is 2 downsides, and that is there's only these 2 attachments, which are brill. I use that one for the stairs all the time, and that one for obviously any corners and things. But if you're trying to do specific jobs, then they don't always work, which is I then have to pull the Hetty out still. But if I'm trying to sort of get cobwebs or anything like that, this is great because
that's really good because it is nice and long. So let's take a look at the head. Everything is looking really good on it. The pins haven't moved out of place.
No.
Looking inside, the brush roll.
I try and keep this as clear as possible, but you know my hair does get in there sometimes.
Yeah, but the wear on the brushes is good. There's no. The belt on it still seems nice, and so this has still got its colour onto it. Let's take a look underneath. Let me just pull this, do you?
Yeah, I think it just normally just goes goes back. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. It does have, the other great thing about this one is it has obviously the light on it as well, which is, I find really handy.
And the lights are all working fine. None of the lights have gone out.
Yeah.
The little LEDs that you can see in there.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Let's turn it upside down.
I don't know what's not.
So we can see that there is these brushes, these edge brushes are actually wearing very well. There's a little bit of wear there.
Yeah.
But they're still in good condition. The thing about it is, though, is I liked the head of this machine. I thought the dual brushes were very, very good at picking up. I really did like it.
I think it's worn well because obviously I do little and often, which is great because you just target different bits. So it doesn't do any great impact stuff, which is, if I needed something heavy duty, then I'd get the Hetty out. But
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's discolouring on this, but that's normal with any type of clear plastic.
Yeah.
You will get that. And that just
goes in there.
There we go. So they clip in. So that is still fine. If you can plug it in on there.
Yeah.
So we've had a look at the
I'm just wrecking the
floor
joint.
head. As we can see here, the wand is still in really good condition. Just general normal wear and tear, no issues there. So let's move on to the body. So here we are onto the body of the machine.
It's all. I've put it into the black one. Is that right?
Oh, there's that one there.
The blue.
No, by you.
Oh.
That's it. Right. So if you take a look at the front of that, I'm going to switch it on to low power.
Yeah.
And you can tell me how many watts it's pulling, right? So we're in low mode. 430 roughly.
Yeah.
Let's put it onto high mode. Now there isn't a high mode, it's literally only one mode. So this one is no brush roll, and then the third one right, okay, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, number one was for hard floors.
Yeah, and then
that's
second
right.
one's carpet.
So that one makes the brush roll go slower, and then that one makes the brush roll go really fast. That was it, I couldn't remember, but there is only one power.
So the high is 390.
Yeah. 400 around about 430 watts.
Yeah.
That's without the head working on it. Right, so let's have a look at the bin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fun. Detach it.
So first of all, let's have a look inside here. Oops.
What do you think? Is it all right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. The motor in there still looking really fine, no problems whatsoever with it.
I like make sure I get the filter out and hoover that as well.
So the dustbin, now this is the thing I didn't like.
Yeah, and I have to admit, it's not always brilliant. Sometimes you can get covered in dust. So
Yeah.
you know, I could see why you didn't like it on it. You know, it isn't as convenient as bagged, but you know, it is so easy. And then it's all gone.
But it does picks up so much stuff. It's really good at what it picks up.
Yeah,
The fine dust is really good.
If I'm doing the whole house, I do have to empty it about 4 times.
Wow.
Because it picks, even just doing the stairs, and it's like, wow, the amount it picks up.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Is fab. So yeah, it's so easy to just take each part apart.
Yeah.
And got the sponge in there.
Yeah, which is all nice and clean and everything. But you do, like you said, you've always said you just sort of like you take care of it.
Yes.
Unlike a lot of end users.
Because I didn't want, you know, but if you hadn't have shown me, I would not have known.
So
what
there
to
we
do.
go. This is the filter underneath. So let's take a look at that. So we got the sponge there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much in perfect condition.
I like hoover that out regularly and stuff.
And the HEPA filter as well.
I
you can see
maybe
on the
need mum on a
inside.
vet, I'm not sure, but...
No, that looks absolutely fine. Really, really fine. That is really, really good.
Because I get my Hetty brush and like, you know,
yeah,
every so often.
No, that's still really, really good. There's a little bit of carbon dust on it, but you get that because that's what comes out of the motor. But in general...
I can see you're quite impressed with this, aren't you?
I am impressed with it, to be honest, yes. But again, it's because you look after it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. A lot of end users don't. They just think of it as just a
You
machine,
shouldn't have taught
and
me
then
so
that's
well.
it. I know. That doesn't come off on this one, I don't think, does it?
No, I don't think so, no.
No, the other ones do. The other models, that does something. I can't remember.
I mean, you know, like, people, when my sister-in-law saw the advert for the non-cabled one, she was like, oh, would you rather have had that? But, you know, the cabled one, it's not a problem because it just...
It's got quite a long cord on it.
Exactly. So I never... Whereas with Hetty, if I was doing the stairs, I'd have to do a bit, then I had to pull her up a couple, and then, you know, it was such a faff, and she's so heavy. Whereas this is just so lightweight for me.
Yes.
And I just have literally, when I'm doing the stairs, I'll just put that one on the front.
Straight on it, it works absolutely fine.
And same for the sofa. If I'm doing a sofa, I tend to use that as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, this attachment is good as well. If you're...
Oh, yeah, the little crevice. It's a shame it doesn't have a longer crevice tool.
Yeah.
For going down behind radiators and stuff like
or
that.
the side of the fridge, things like that. And I'm sure you, all
I'm
your
sure you
subscribers
could get
can
the
understand.
attachments for it because I'm not exactly sure
Yeah.
what the width of that is. I wonder
Because-
if it's the same size as...
Because even, I did try, when I first had it, going down like the sides of things, like the side of the fridge, but because it has, obviously, the cable...
yes.
thing there, it's got obviously quite the wide
this
bits
as
here.
well, it's really
It's
chunky.
not just the pole,
Does
so
this
it's
fit
hard.
on the end of it?
I've not tried, to be honest. Oh no, not quite.
Let me get my little... This is the pneumatic extension, so...
Oh, maybe with that.
No. So whatever the diameter on this is... I haven't got a tape measure to hand, but yeah, I guess you could get the other attachments for it, which
Yeah.
are the bigger than the width of it.
Yes.
But I'm
I
sure
love
Shark sell all their little accessories as well. I'm sure they do. But
Yeah.
so what's it like? Can we plug it directly in from here into the head?
Yeah.
To put all your filtery bits together.
Bear with me. Put this all back together. I do spray. I don't know, Dorian will say if it smells nice. I do spray
that does-
some nice disinfectant.
Yeah, that does smell really nice.
Saflora.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
makes it, when you then hoover it, it just makes it smell so nice.
I tell you what we can do actually.
Yeah.
See there, in that
Yeah.
box down there. See, grab one of those little sort of like vac. That's it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, take one of them out.
Oh, that one's empty. Hold on. Oh yeah, here's one.
Okay, so just take out one.
I need to. Oh, are these like the same thing then? Do they make it smell really good?
Bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to stop the camera a moment. So what I've done is I've cut it in half and I've put it on either side here, so it's not going to cause any blockages on you. So that should.
It should still go on. Oh,
There we go.
cool.
Fits on.
That'll make it smell
So
nice.
if we disconnect the head
Oh yeah.
there.
Hold on. Take that off.
Pop that on there.
Right.
And then give it a go. Pull it back.
Hold on. Why is it doing that? Just pull that.
I got it.
I have to plug it in now.
Okay, move this off. Let me move this mat off. There we go. That's better. So that's for hard floors.
Yeah. Oh, that's the hardcore one. That's number one.
And then carpets.
It really goes down.
No problems at all. Really good.
So yeah, and if you don't have the thing extended, it then stops.
Yes,
going round.
yeah, that's really good.
Which is good because you do sometimes in the movies and things you accidentally click it back in. So
Yeah.
it's good. Oh, that smells really good now.
It does, doesn't it? It does smell really, really nice.
That's awesome.
Right, okay, so there we go. That is the Shark, 9 months on, still working really, really well. VerityLux is still happy with the machine.
I love it.
And yeah, it still does a really good job as it did. I mean, like I said, I love the head on it. You know, apparently getting parts for them are expensive. I feel that they're overpriced for what they are.
Yeah.
Because that's a couple £100, that is.
Yeah.
So I do think that for what they are a bit overpriced. And I really don't like the dustbin at all.
No, it's not ideal, but...
No, it's not. But you manage fine because you have a Hetty.
Yes.
My Hetty bin's in there. But so that really does help you clean it
And
out. So you're a cheat.
I still love my Hetty. I pull her out a lot. For example...
What do you pull out a lot? Hetty.
Hetty.
Pull out Hetty for the lads.
You see, you've not changed, has he?
Nope.
I know. I pull, like the other day, we had to pull out the sofa.
Yeah.
Focus. And there was so, honestly, you should have seen it.
Yeah.
I like everyone though. And I had to pull out Hetty, the big guns. But yeah. I thought, no, that wasn't going to go in this little thing here.
Right, let me put the camera back on the tripod and we'll finish off the video. So there we go, guys. That is it. I'm glad that you still like it and you still use it. That's really, really good. It has, yeah, just off this mat. So if I just do this, impromptu test here.
I'll hold it. It turns as well, so
yeah, the turning on it's really good.
Yeah, that is all handy. And just bring it, just click it. That's it.
Wow, look at that. It still amazes me. Okay, I'm gonna have to have another go on the floor. Hang on a second now. Hang on now. We're not ending the video. We're not ending it yet.
He's addicted now.
We're just gonna run it on the floor.
Okay.
Just to have a look and see.
Bing. That's it. Bing. You constructed Judy. Stand back so you can get all the bits.
I'd forgotten how quiet it is.
Yeah, it's so... Because like, Scooby hates any noise, but with this, you can cope with this, no problem.
See the...
And then press it, that's it.
I do like the flexi thing.
Yeah, it is really great.
I remember now. Oh my god, what the hell is it picking up? It's picking up everything. Let's do it this way.
It smells so good as well. I can smell the pads you put in there.
Right, let's go around by here. Let's just follow it around.
Okay. I've moved behind you guys now.
You can take it off the tripod and follow me.
Hold on. I'm gonna just... Let's follow Dorian and see what he's doing. See, you can see the lights, and I think it's so great. And the flexi thing is so handy. Look, Dorian's off now. See what it does. See, my carpets at home are like this sort of colour, this creamy colour. So it's, you know, and then having a black cat as well. It does do an amazing job considering.
I would love to try the cordless one.
Yes, me too.
And the thing I like about this, it pulls it along as well because it's quite powerful.
Yeah, it literally sort of guides you where it's going, so it is quite great.
I had forgotten actually how quiet it was.
But yes, my cat can be on our bed and I can be hoovering in the same room and this does not bother him one bit. Whereas Hetty, he freaks out with Hetty completely.
Right,
Still.
Let's go in front of the light here.
So,
Look at what I picked
check
up.
this out, people, just in that little bit. Can you see?
That is what I've picked up.
That is insane, isn't it?
And that is very, very fine dust.
Yeah.
Let me take it around. If you want to unplug it, unplug that. And then go back where I was. And there you can see
Look.
what this has picked up.
We'll empty it out because we can clean up again in a minute.
In
Look
just
at
a
that.
second. That's what it's picked up out of the floor.
It does pick up really well. Really well. It, you know, yes, then you have to empty it and it gets a bit mucky, but
Wow.
it does pick up really well.
It does. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
I hate this dust thing.
You know, if there was a bag in that situation somewhere, it would be almost perfect.
Let's. It's very, very fine sand and grit.
Yeah. Very fine.
Right, let's have a look inside the filter.
So yeah, the sponge, it has taken a bit on.
Yeah, it has.
But then if you do, that's it. But only a few moments doing that and it's gone. I remember the first time I did this and Ashley was like, "You're hoovering with a hoover." I was like, "Yes, because you have to." And then I explained
makes you
it.
a hoover.
That's it.
If you have a hoover, using a hoover, then that you become the hoover.
And he was like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, now I get him to, he knows what to do as well. So the hubby gets on and does it as well if he needs to. So
Right, we'll try and end the video again now, part 2. Bit of fanage. So there we go, we are back for the end of the video now, and yeah, I had forgotten that how good it really was at pickup of the very, very fine dust. You can't deny that.
no.
But I would like to try a cordless one to see how it compares.
Yeah.
But yeah, its pickup on it, and even after all this time, is still very good. I still personally wouldn't part with my money for one.
No.
But you know, I had. You were there actually. You saw it before I did when it was brought into work. Remember?
I was like, "Do you really need that?"
I never forget that. That was hilarious.
And then Dorian said, "Well, you know, like maybe," and then yeah, it was really good.
It was like,
it was really kind of
as soon
you.
as I've done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you still like it. I'm glad it's still working fine, and yeah, it does you really good.
I think a lot of people, you know, I think sharks are becoming more popular, and I think that is due. We have to mention, obviously, Mrs. Hinch, because she loves her shark, who she calls Sharon. Her shark is called. And so I think that's kind of brought the shark revolution on a bit as well. So.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah. There we go, guys. So, thank you very much for coming back and visiting us, VerityLux.
Of course, I'll have to do some more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you will see more of me and VerityLux again.
I hope you're all well.
Yes.
And please, 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 if you like the videos, subscribe, because we are Dorian is 23 off of 3,000 subscribers.
Yep, at this moment, yeah, we are. Yeah.
So
very, yeah.
you know, please, please, please.
So
And
thank
I
you very
promise
much.
I'll be on more.
So comment, like and subscribe, share the videos on social media because that helps me out a lot. I'd like to thank Verity and Baby Shark for coming over to visit us, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye y'all.